K9RMR.
K9RMR.
Calling all stations, calling all stations, calling all stations to the BC Aries Net. This is K9OPL, Kilo Alpha 9 Oscar Papa Lima. My name is Joe, located in Columbus and Bartholomew County, serving as net control for this session of the BC Aries Net. This time, do we have any stations holding emergency or priority traffic? Please call net control. Emergency traffic during the net, please alert net control with the pro words break, break, and I will assist you at that time with your emergency. Do we have any non-emergency routine type traffic? Local time on this repeater, operating on this frequency. All licensed amateur radio operators are encouraged and welcome to participate. Do not need to bring traffic to the net, nor do you need to be a BC Aries member. This is a directed net, so please direct all communications through net control. The purpose of this net is to communicate information related to Aries and other amateur radio activities regarding Bartholomew and surrounding counties, and to serve as a weekly practice session and training session for BC Aries members. Once again, all stations are welcome. Your net controls K9OPL. My name is Joe. Do we have any announcements for the net this evening? Please call. When checking in this evening, please give your FCC assigned call sign in plain English as well as using standard ITU phonetics. Give your name and give your county. With no traffic listed and no announcements, we will begin taking check-ins. Check-ins are handled by order of call sign suffix alphabetically. And when your call sign range is called, please check in. We'll start with stations, call signs beginning, suffixes beginning with the letters Alpha through Lima, please. Alpha through Lima.
Kilo Golf Niner, Delta Kilo, that's KT9DK, John, Bartholomew County. Good evening, Joe.
X-ray, Jim, no traffic, short time, and good evening, Joe.
KVX Jim, good evening, gentlemen. Any others? Alpha through Lima for check-ins, please.
Whiskey 9, Delta Bravo Alpha, W9 DBA, Scott and Bean Blossom, Brown County, no traffic.
One more call, Alpha through Lima. K9OPL with the BC Aries Net. We'll take stations, suffixes beginning with the letters Mike through Zulu. Mike through Zulu, please.
November 9, Papa United Papa, N9PUP, Greg, Bartholomew County.
Kilo Delta 9 Victor, Nick in Johnson County. Kilo Delta 9 Uniform Oscar Delta, Keno, Bartholomew County.
Number 8, Tango X-ray Whiskey John, Bartholomew County, short time.
Kilo 9 Romeo Mike Romeo. Repeat, K9RMR, RandallMatthewRueff, Taylorsville, Bartholomew County. Good evening, Joe, and everybody on the net this evening.
K9 Victor Mike Rick in Brown County.
Time. N9PUP, KD9UOD, there was a double in there that I didn't get, NATXW, K9RMR, K9VM. I thought maybe I heard Gordon in there, and there was another station I didn't get. Those that I didn't get, please come back.
KB5SDX, Kilo Bravo 50, Delta X-ray, Gordon, Buffalo County. Short time. No comments, Joe.
On that one, the station that said no comments, come back with your call, please.
Kilo, Charlie, 9, Mike, Victor, Kilo, Rick, Jackson County, short time, no comments, Joe.
Alrighty, thank you for your patience, Rick. KC9MVK, got you down. Let's see, any others that I did not call, or any that called and I didn't acknowledge, or any others who have not yet called that want to check in? We'll go the whole alphabet, Alpha through Zulu.
Kilo, Delta, 9 Victor, King David, 9 Victoria, Nick, November, India, Charlie, Kilo in Johnson County.
KD9 UBZ, Kilo, Delta, 9er, Uniform, Bravo, Zulu, Alex in Bartholomew County.
KD9 NRZ, Kilo, Delta, 9er, November, Romeo, Zulu, Rick, Decatur County.
KD9, David, I didn't get your suffix. One more time with that, please. KD9, name was David, and I didn't get the suffix. Form Bravo Zulu and KD9 NRZ. The other station, I did not acknowledge. Please come back with your call again.
Kilo, Delta, 9 Victor, Kilo, Delta, 9 Victor, Nick, November, India, Charlie, Kilo in Johnson County. No traffic.
KD9V, Nick, okay. I had thought I heard something else before. But anyway, I got you now. Thank you. Any others? Entire alphabet. Alpha through Zulu, please. Okay, we'll go back and we'll start with this list for comments. Have a pretty good list here. And if I missed any, or if any others join us later, we'll have another opportunity to check in. We'll go back to KG9DK for comments.
This is KG9DK. Good evening, Joe, and to the rest of the net. Don't have a whole lot. It seemed like today wasn't a very good day for HF propagation, at least on 40 meters when I was listening to it. I sometimes listen to mid-cars and check in once in a while, but that particular net controller wasn't copying very many people, so with 20 watts, I figured I probably shouldn't even try. And it looked like it had a lot of hash on the screen here, too, so not sure. Maybe there's a sunspot type thing going on. That's about it. Sort of looking forward to a little more warmer weather. And back to the net control. This is KG9DK.
Okay, thank you, John. This has been really a strange up and down kind of a spring so far, but it started to warm up later this afternoon, and that felt kind of good. I wasn't out much, but I had to go out after work to a meeting, so I got to just walk around between here and our community center, and it was pretty pleasant by then. And KVX, Jim, any comments?
KVX, I really didn't have any comments. I checked in short time, but say 73 to everybody, and have a good evening. Back to net.
I didn't remember you were short time, but that's okay. It's good to hear you. Thank you for being there, and all the best to you as well. W9DBA, Scott in Brown County.
Good evening, Joe, and everybody on the net. Had a good day today, busy at work, and then took the afternoon, went and spent some time with some 7th grade. Got to meet the superintendent of Brown County Schools today, outgoing and incoming principal of the middle school, and got to talk with a lot of, well, they're not so little, 7th and 8th graders. I guess they're 9 or 10 years old. And testing them again pretty soon, and looking forward to that. So it was a busy day, and I feel it in my bones. So looking forward to evening of relaxation and talking on the radio. So thank you for running the net, Joe. This is W9DBA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Scott. And that sounds like you had an interesting, busy day. That's good. And of course, we know your net is tomorrow night at 7:30 on the 147.3 system with wind 36.5. So I'll give that announcement for you. And of course, also tomorrow night is the D-Star net at 8 p.m. For those of you that have D-Star capability, Reflector 24 Bravo, the Indiana statewide reflector. I'll be net control for that net tomorrow night, so come join us. N9PUP, Greg, good to hear you in there again, my friend. Your turn.
You hear me and I can hear you. Had an interesting, got some stuff done out in the yard yesterday and today, and went up, doctor's appointment up at Indy this morning, and so far good news, but who knows, we'll find out in a couple more weeks what happens there, but everything's going good, feeling good, and getting some things done around the house and enjoying the weather. So thanks for running the net, Joe, and we'll talk to y'all later. N9PUP.
Okay, well, we like to hear about good news, and let's pray that that continues, and good to hear you on there. You sounding good. KD9UOD, Hino, your turn. KD9UOD, you around for comments? Don, how about you? Any comments?
Good evening, Joe, and everyone on the net. Nope, I was a short timer today, but just listening, enjoying the beautiful weather. 7-3, back to net control.
All right, thanks for being there. How about we'll move on to K9RMR. Randall, your turn.
Well, good evening, Joe, and everybody on the net this evening. Not a whole lot going on, but I don't know about this weather, but one day it's cold, one day it's wet, one day it's warm, next day it's cold again, but I guess I won't complain too much. It's not too bad, all things considered. Not, like I said, not a whole lot going on, just good to hear that there's sounds like there's a lot of people on the net this evening, so it sounds like the radio's going good. So this is K9RMR, sending it back to net control.
We're starting out a little bit quiet, and then all of a sudden we got a flurry of people. Sort of the McDonald's rush, I guess. Thank you for being there. Always good to hear you on here. Let's see, K9VM, Rick, your turn.
Well, good evening, everyone on the net. The HF was just crazy last night from about 9 o'clock on to about 1 o'clock. I finally got sleepy and went to bed, working a few Russians on 20 and working ZS6CCY on 40 in South Africa, and then later on talked to him his same day, but my next morning on 20 meters long path. Had a couple of long path contacts on 20 early this morning. I just went crazy, and then all of a sudden when I got up earlier or later on the radio to check it out, the band just kind of flattened out, and you could barely hear Europe. So we had something happen midday today. So it'll be back up, never fear. At any rate, that's all I have here. Back to net control, K9 Victor Mike.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that last night, but yeah, that's great. Yeah, we're starting to move into more of the activity in the solar cycle, so that's a good thing. KB5SDX Gordon, good evening. Your turn.
Hey, good evening, Joe, and everybody else out there on the net tonight. I don't have a whole lot. I'm just been working like crazy and happy to be back home tonight. And that's about it, man. You know, just 73s to everybody, and I'll turn it back over to net control. KB5SDX clear.
All right. Well, you know, you sounded like me working too many hours there, brother. But I guess it pays the bills. So anyway, good to hear you on there. I think K9RMR said short time. I think so. Anyway, I'll stand by in case you got any comments.
Good evening, everyone. This is Kilo Delta 9 Victor. Not much. Been chasing the TX5N, the Expedition Nostra Islands, and well, got an insurance queue still in 10 meters earlier. They're at 28,486, and pretty much, and then it's split 10 up 10, so it'll be 28,496 is where you would transmit, and that's where they're listening. And got them on 80 meters last night. Got two quite a ways apart, so they're so I have an insurance queue. So, and the bands have been in really good shape. 20 meters was open last night. 17 was still open, and saw some spots on 15 meters and such on the cluster, but didn't go up that high to listen. So the bands are in fairly good shape, and 10's been open. I just heard a ZL on 10 meters up in the general portion on 28,540. So it's a really good sign that the bands are opening up, and there's some FM spots as well. So really good sign to see there. KD9V back to net.
All right, and this is K9OPL with the BC Aries net. That's good. Good to hear all these reports of HF activity. I'm probably going to get to spend a little bit of time playing that stuff this week. And those of you who might be looking ahead a little bit, not that far, I think the 7th is the Indiana QSO party, so that might be a fun weekend. The only thing wrong with our QSO party is it's around the same time, I think, as the 7 QSO party, and maybe there's another one too. All those going on at the same time tend to kind of compete with one another, but it can be interesting. Let's see, KD9, UBZ, Alex, your turn.
Good evening, everybody. Don't really have a whole lot to add this week, just enjoying the beautiful weather. I put the harness on the cat and tried to take him for a walk. He ended up walking me around the yard, but other than that, just enjoying the good weather while I can. This is KD9UBZ, back to net control.
The cat taking you for a walk. Alrighty then. Well, that's good. Good to hear you on there, Alex. KD9NRZ, your turn.
Good evening. Actually just come in as the net was already started. I'm on vacation this week, trying to get stuff done around the yard. Sonny always thought vacation was supposed to be a time to relax, but it seems like have more fun, but you got more sore muscles. Don't have much else to say. It's been pretty out, and enjoyed my week. Got a lot of work done. So that's all for me. KD9NRZ, back to net control.
All right. Well, that's great. Yeah, it really is kind of nice out there today. I always appreciate spring, and I'm looking forward to some of the other activities. Really like to get to Dayton this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not, but that would be fun after all this time that we haven't been able to do stuff like that. So it's really kind of interesting. Getting out and seeing a lot of people again is refreshing. It was great at the Ham Fest, and I had a meeting to go to last night of our community, and it was the first time we really had pretty much a full house there. All the neighbors came out, and we had a annual meeting out there, and that was nice to actually do it in person instead of on Zoom or whatever. This is K9OPL at the bottom of my list. So this is the BC Areas Net that will stand by for any additional check-ins.
K9TLF, Paul in Columbus.
A person I recognize, N9TLF, Paul. I was going to tease you and say, there's our Uber guy. I'm not sure if you're still doing that or not, but anyway. Good to hear you, Paul. Good to see you and your better half at the Hamfest recently. So how you doing? It's your turn for comments.
Yeah, this is N9TLF. Everything's going pretty well. I hope I'm making it in on the HT here. I don't know if you remember my next-door neighbor, Chuck, KC9DGD. He hasn't been on for a few years. But anyway, he found his HT in the closet or something, and he couldn't find the charger for it. So I got him a charger on eBay, and the charger came in the mail today, and so I've got his HT here, and I'm just trying it out to see if it still works. And so I guess it does. So I'll take it back over to him later tonight, and maybe he'll be able to check in next week on the net. So good to hear you all, and back to you, N9TLF.
Okay, well, that's great. Yeah, it's definitely working. In fact, I flipped over to input. It was slight noise on you, but fully readable on well. So it's working, and that's good. He'll be able to join in on the nets. And sounds like you got him all programmed as far as the PL tone, etc. So good stuff. All right, well, thank you for checking in, Paul, and say hello to Sarah, and have a good one. This is K9OPL. Any additional check-ins for the BC Aries Net, please call.
Oscar.
AB9DDO, if that was you, Earl, please acknowledge and give any comments.
I can't get back. Safe with KB9.
Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, I missed most of that, but I did hear the have a safe one, and I heard your call. So I know I've got you. You're on the log, and thank you for checking in, Earl. Good to hear you. Any others? This is K9OPL.
November 9, Lima Golf Oscar N9LGO, Kevin, Elizabethtown, short time, no comment.
This evening, loud and clear. Okay, you said no comments, so thank you for checking in. I got you on the log. This is K9OPL with the BC Aries Net. Any others? If you've checked in, we had a pretty good list this evening, and everyone have a fine week ahead. Enjoy the band conditions if they come back, and I'm sure they will. We're getting into a good part of the cycle, so if you're an HF operator, now it's time to start having some fun. At 7:59 local time, we're going to close this net, and thank you all for participating. Thanks to the Columbus Amateur Radio Club for the use of this repeater. And at this time, I'll close the net and return this repeater to normal operations. This is K9OPL. Good evening, all 73s.